Hello, Pisces. How are you guys doing today? I hope you guys have a lovely day or afternoon or night, whenever you're able to watch this video. Today, I'm going to be talking about love and money. So, like, comment, subscribe to the channel. I am Nicole. You can follow me on Facebook. If you guys need a personal reading, you can look down below the video, and my email is in there. Oh, excuse me, sneeze. Oh my goodness. And you can look down below the video to create my email and you can inbox me for a personal reading. I'm in. You can follow me on Facebook and my picture's up there. Yes, I said before, and just in case you hadn't watched other videos, take down glasses, those shades. It's not glasses, the mask. I don't know if I think I did. I went to Dollar Tree and when they had the Mardi Gras, I went and bought me a bunch of masks. Oh yeah, but you can I did it because Facebook had where Google can Google you and figure out who you were. So I didn't want people to know where I stay at because you gotta understand. I think it's one time I was on the internet. What was that? I think it was Tag or something. And I thought like, oh, I can have so much fun on that. I almost started a war. So I wasn't trying to start another war, okay? When I said that's why I started another war, oh my God, it was Alabama, Mississippi, Georgia, Virginia, New York, New Jersey, and somebody else. They were all trying to come to the South to fight the South men, and I was like, wait a minute. So I've been kind of scared ever since then. So I just cover my face when I'm on the internet now. I don't really show my face because I'm not a young Jezebel no more, or a young chick no more. So I can't be having man's misunderstanding me, and I'm like, look at me, I'm old like that this time. And I was kind of up in the age then when I posted a picture, and some man's been going crazy. So I was like, oh no, So I've been kind of spectacle. That's my main reason why I really don't show my face on it like that, because I thought for a minute there I was starting a war. Okay, I had them. I think I had like a few minutes. My page was growing up to. I had 2,000 followers, and it was growing past 2,000. And oh my goodness. Yeah, I had over 2,000 followers on Tag, and it was growing. So was deleting guys that was trying to send friend requests. I was deleting them like every day, all day. As soon as I get on Tag, I'm just delete requests. So just imagine if I had never delete those requests. I probably had like 5,000 or more men following me, and I was like, oh my God, this is something going. A social media ad. It was nothing that serious. Where is these men coming from? And they was acting a fool. They was getting on my page, and I thought, like, oh, this is fun. This is cute. Followers. Oh, I never. When they get on there cussing each other out, I'm like, wait a minute. What's going on? Oh man, you don't understand. We'll start a double do that. You gonna start a war? I know you lying. I went out to the clubs, and I see people break out and fight. People accuse me. You started the fight. You started this war in this club. I went to 2 clubs and I was falsely accused of starting fights. So when I'm online and the same thing happened, I was like, I know you lying. There's no way that I could be the start of this. What is? I know you lying. So honey, yeah, I'll be covering up my face so you can see half. Oh no. I ain't trying to get nobody to say I was the start of it. Cause what the hell? What the I'm good. I ain't never ever going up around again. I promise you I didn't. And when it gets so bad, it's so smooth now because I don't have that flood of people and no, I did on Instagram, and that's what made me cut my face again. But Instagram was the same way. This guy had like I think he had many people, but I made a joke to one of the guys' comments, and why it was just like a million and something guys came flooding inside that comment section. When I tell you, I was like, I know you lied. So the world's gotten bigger since then. Everybody's on the internet now. back in them days, it was when Instagram actually started coming out. I think it was maybe 2016. I think when Instagram really got popping, 16 or 15, something like that. Well, honey, when I made the little slap post and I was like, Mujel War, just something I said, but anyway, oh my God. It felt like I called the devil out of his den and he came unleash all his people. And I was like, oh my goodness, you guys are freaky. You get freaky. And honey, I heard it up and I never again showed my face. I was like, I know you lying. I mess around, I can't ever come out the house. Oh no. Y'all be female for a fiend. Oh my goodness. It's one thing to go to the club and be like, I'm visible with it. You go to the club and everybody's just looking at you, everybody really focus on you, and you think nobody is, and you leave out the club, all the men's coming in the line like, no. You think I'm supposed to handle everybody? I don't, y'all confused with that. I'm confused. No, okay. I want one person. They're like, oh, Mr. What's the face they got? Yes, I'm Charlotte. Coming over here to my web. Get up in here. Harry. You know it's bad when the cows do the same thing. And I was like, I went to the cow pasture, all the cows like coming around. I'm looking at them like, what's wrong with these cows? They start to pee and then the women's come running from the back like stampedes. I was like, oh, these are bulls? And he's talking about, no, the man's on the bulls. I said, no, these women have to feed the bulls. And it was like, no. Girl, the women's are the cows, are the heifers, and the heifers is the babies. And I think the women's are the cows, and the males are called the bulls. I said, I don't think so, because some women's pretty angry at me. They're moo. They're looking at their man, and looking at me like, moo. And I was like, what does that mean? What's wrong with it? So you know, I'm a human being, that's a cow. And they're looking at the cow, moo. They put their head down by the cow's butt, moo. And look back up at me, moo. What does that mean? All the women's come by like, you need to leave the field because you got our cows out here dripping. They just keep dripping and dripping. You need to go. And I'm looking like, oh, they're trying to tell me to get in the car. And as soon as I moved, like I was coming up to them, I was like, just let me take a picture of you guys. They come charge on the face, like they was themselves. Like, oh, I don't think they like me. So when I went and got in the car, they walked back and said, you better leave. I'm like, oh, this ghetto cows. Who's raising these cattle over here? I don't like them. They don't like me. Anyway, Pisces, this is about you, not about me. So I don't know why I add myself into your reading. I'm just letting you know why I cut my face around. Because some people think I'm retarded or crazy, girl. It's called major distraction. Just in case people get confused by my age, you'll be like, Look at the picture scrolls, so it'll tell you some stories now. Anyway, Pisces, I'm talking about your past, and then we'll work our way up to the present, near future. What's going on with you guys? Okay, Pisces, in your past, is either some children you're concerned with on your mind, or it could be that somebody was spying, watching, doing some serious spying, or you were doing some investigating. Some of you guys may have found out some good news in the past, or it just seems like you were being kind of, what do you call it? I want to say spying, but being kind of like cutthroat with it. It's like you only got dirt on somebody because you're doing it to be cutthroat behind it. So it's not like you, just thought about something. Anyway, it's more like the information that you were seeing, you was using it as a mark to try to make somebody's reputation look kind of bad. Okay, so I feel like some of you Pisces was working to kind of manipulate someone's personality. So I feel like you did the spying, or you want someone to investigate for you and bring the right shots so that you can use these shots against somebody. Because I feel like you want to destroy with this card. Usually the sword sign, anybody knows swords cuts throats, and it kind of stabs people and betrays people. So therefore, I feel like some of you Pisces was aiming to try to cut somebody down. Or when you was having a conversation with somebody, you felt like you had some dirt on them and you was cutting them down. Or if you just being in that mood where you was being petty like a child and you was very smart at the mind, you was cutting people down, cutting people off, making people feel shorter than you, So I feel like some of your Pisces in the energy before you were married to or a relationship you was in or whatever you was dealing with, it kind of made you feel short with your partner or maybe cut them short or had words that you had to, that you know how you look at somebody and you know they're doing, so you know how to do stuff. So you pretty much was like, yeah, you blah, blah, blah. That's why you don't brush your teeth with the toothbrush. I clean the toilet out. That's why you use a toothpaste that smells like doo-doo and your breath always stinks. You know, it's just certain things like that. I feel like you was using with your partner or person who you was with. It's just little things that you was probably kind of like cut through with them, or it's just like I said, the energy where you was just on this energy where you was out to cut through or find out some stuff about somebody. Okay, and it could be your partner that you dating, you know, your husband or whoever, the female, whether it's wife. I just feel like you guys just didn't trust this person. You might have had somebody, hey, I need you to go check on your dad and see what he doing. Hey, I need you to go look out for your sister and see what she doing. It's just like you had an energy where you want to check on somebody to make sure somebody's where they're supposed to be, or make sure somebody's doing what they're supposed to do, because something about somebody you wasn't trusting, or you might have had somebody go out there and just um be petty. Hold up. Somewhere or another you wasn't trusting somebody, okay? For some of you Pisces, I feel like you were making a sacrifice or hanging around somebody that it's like you excuse me, you helping someone out. Maybe you were making a sacrifice for somebody else, or you hang around somebody who you feel like, oh, this is a marriage. I feel like some of your Pisces might be talking to somebody's husband, or somebody talking to your husband, Pisces, vice versa, however it may go. But this is an energy where you guys are, you don't trust what you're in, but you at the same time, I feel like you're just, it's like you ain't no foo-foo, because some of you guys have that ability to be unseen. But I feel like you're not going to, you're gonna have your ducks in a row. You're gonna make sure you are where you at and what you know. Basically, is what I'm saying. It's like someone trying to make you like a fool, but you're not falling for that. You're like, nah. You know, I make the sacrifice because I know this is going on. I know for sure. I know for a fact. It's like you know that somebody's up under you, and you know where this person's at in a relationship. So, that's why you make sure you do your research and make sure you know where the person at all the time, because sometimes people will try to tell you a lie and tell you certain things going on, because especially if they're married and you know for a fact that this is not right, or they know that you're married and they know that's not right. Because I want to say some of your Pisces out there are just going in the wind, and when I say going in the wind, it's like if you broke up with your husband or your partner that you've been in a relationship for a very long time, I feel like you guys were just like slanging the wood everywhere you could slang it, or slang whatever. That cat to everybody. That cat was like, hey little kitty, here kitty, oh kitty, and you just throwing that kitty to everybody. It was like, hey. But I feel like for some of you guys, it caused a little crippling in it. And when I mean like crippling, it caused you to have a setback. And maybe some people didn't know what you had going on until they was like, well, you need to go to the clinic to find out what's going on. For some of you guys, I feel like, you know, you were singing a little too hard. It caused you, you know, you were feeling left out in the cold, and you was like, well, dang. Yeah, what is this I got? Oh man, good. So for some of your Pisces, it was just like a bad reunion, because one minute you didn't know the person you were talking to until you find out, like, And some of you guys may have injured yourself, injured your feet as well. But I also feel like you guys may be trying to work too hard, but you have to slow it down and don't put too much on yourself, because sometimes you might be doing too much until you don't see somebody else doing something. Because I feel like if you're watching, sometimes you can watch so hard or have somebody spying, but sometimes they miss something that you didn't actually pick up. So be careful of trying to watch something so hard that you actually didn't see what you need to be seeing. For some of you Pisces, I feel like you're still being left out of the cold. I feel like you don't really know what you think you know, because you got the next one that says, hey, you don't see because you're caring, you're doing too much, you're working too hard. So when you're just doing too much, occupied, people play the field when you're actually doing something, okay? For some of you Pisces. I feel like you got a battle to come up for some reason, if it is in your job or in your relationship. I feel like you're trying to relax and try to take it easy, because even though you hear rumors and stuff, but you're just like, well, I'm gonna relax and take a break and woosah. But at the same time, I feel like you guys are just only preparing yourself so you can gather more information so that you can put it to the front again, because once again, some of your Pisces, you're never done with what you think you're done. It's about, you're never done with something when someone thinks you're done with it, okay? For some of you Pisces. 1, 2, 3, 7. I feel like I'm missing something, but it'll be alright. Just anyway, next week. But anyway, for Pisces, that's your past energy. For some of you guys, you could be in a relationship where you lost someone, or you're walking away from someone that you've lost. For some of you guys, I feel like you're just maybe you're on one relationship is working really hard, or you may feel like everything's on you to get it done. And plus, some of you Pisces is probably actually trying to get the rest you need. Some of you guys might have been staying up all night long. As I said before, we could be working really hard. For some of you Pisces, let's go into the present now. What's going on with you for some of you Pisces? Once again, I feel like there could be some things that you, as I said before, you could be watching someone spying on somebody, but I feel like you've seen a photo or you see something and you may feel like this you when it's really not you. It could be AI or somebody else. But I feel like for some of you guys, you maybe miss messages or wrong information because you're thinking that it's that your husband, your boyfriend, your girlfriend, whatever it is. But I feel like it's not what you think it is. I mean, some of you guys could be pregnant. Some of you guys may find out it's a baby in the belly. It's a baby in the belly. Okay, for some of you guys, it may not be a baby. Some of you guys are just delusional. Some of you guys, how can I say? Some of you Pisces maybe want a baby so bad until it makes you delusional and makes you feel like you're carrying a baby because you maybe your PMS might be raised, or you just want a baby so bad and you just miscarriage. And sorry for your loss if you did. But some of you guys are probably just want to feel like you are so bad. You know, my auntie was like that all the time. You know, she hadn't stopped having her PMS, and she kept on saying, "Oh, I'm pregnant." Every time she have lay down with somebody, she's pregnant. And it's like, you know, you can't have any babies. And she'd be like, yes, I am. It's going to be a beautiful little girl. I see, because, you know, sometimes Pisces are told that they see Beyonce, and she kept saying, it's going to be a beautiful little girl. So next minute, like, a couple of months go by, and she don't stop talking to the guy, and you ask her, so how many months she is now? She, what you mean, how many months? And I say, ain't you supposed to be having Gerald or Greg, baby? She's like, about, you crazy. I ain't never been pregnant. I can't get pregnant. How can I get pregnant? I don't know. This is what you said. So some Pisces are like in a delusional stage sometimes when you want to be with somebody and want to keep them. You might tell them, I'm pregnant, so they can stay. But some Pisces. Some Pisces, I think you're with somebody, but at the same time, I feel like you're trying to tell someone a dream or a vision that you have, but it's not actually what you're seeing. It's like, I dreamed that me and you had got married, and that we had 4 or 5 kids, and that we was doing this and we was doing it. So I feel like you might be telling somebody a pipeline just to kind of like see the reaction, or you just want that to happen. So I think you feel like we speak that in existence because we see so much on the internet now that people are telling you, if you want something, speak that in existence. Da, 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 da. So I feel like for some of your Pisces, you might have had that intuitive mind that, hey, then we speak it out in existence and this shall be, you know. I'm gonna go ahead. So the vision that you've been seeing, or may not have been clear, or actual true visions that you see, or maybe some vision that someone has of you, and someone might be telling you a pipe dream just to make you feel good. Like, yeah, I'm gonna divorce my husband to be with you. Yeah, I'm gonna divorce my wife to be with you. In reality, we're gonna do this and we're gonna do that. And they're all, nah, they just lying and ain't gonna do that. They just full crap, you know. Someone trying to trick you out of something, because you know you got the card right here, the trickery card, that everybody knows tricking your emotions and you're tricking your reflection of reality to make you think that it's going to be this and it's going to be that, and in reality it's not. Okay, so be mindful of that energy, Pisces. For some of you guys who's living with that that type of person where you know the deal is not completely, in other words, not the deal. You know the relationship is not completely yours, and you know they're still married to somebody else, or you know that someone is married but you be the person on the side. Because the reason why I know some of you guys are married, because I get my married card, and this card always says that someone is still in matrimony, you know, still married to somebody and having an affair. So that's why I know it's a sort of. But then we have the card right here where it shows some of you guys want to build a happy family, but you feel like the structure of building a happy family is kind of tacky or kind of hard to keep. And of course, everybody's human. You know, the devil's always in the midst of everything. Everything just have to be you overworking, or either you don't spend no time. So sometimes people have to pull you back in and say, hey, this is your family, let's get it together. So of course, some of your Pisces, it's going to be times where you have to really come back and focus back on the family. And sometimes you're thinking, oh, I got all this love back here. I love you guys. You know I love you. But sometimes you have to reel yourself back in and come back to traditional ways of family, and not just always assume that you got it together and you know it. But sometimes we get comfortable in relationship with anybody, and we always feel like, you know I love you. I don't have to always explain to you. I don't have to always be there to let you know I love you. And so sometimes you do kind of like, decrease yourself from work and decrease yourself from activities or what you're doing, and come back home to family. Because sometimes you could be out there running politics and out there trying to stand on rights for other people and liberate yourself and liberate other people, and not realizing that we are stuck in our family at home. Our family's all out of hand. So sometimes you have to come and put somebody's first, okay? Put your love first. But some of the Pisces, you could be starting over new in the beginning, maybe near future somewhere. So you could be starting a new relationship with somebody. You may be dressing up and smelling good and buy new outfits, get your new hair wig on, or whatever it is, get your new haircut, whatever purpose that some of the Pisces may be doing. Because some of you guys could be starting a new relationship with someone. Now, this is someone could be maybe in their teens from 18 on up to 25. So some of you guys may say, I'm about to start something new with somebody. And it's going to be great. It's going to be good, fine, okay? So some of you guys could be starting a relationship with a Leo or a fire sign type person. It could be Aries or Sagittarius. But you have a strong Leo because you got a bunch of Leo here. So therefore, some of you guys could be starting a relationship with. Be mindful this person may be in some kind of move, okay? And you got to understand with Leos, the transition is Pluto with Aquarius. And so it's affecting Leo and Pluto, so you got to be mindful of this person's personality, and kind of like don't be so moody and sensitive with this person, because the Leo has this personality where it's all about them and not about nobody else. So if you kind of go in and act sensitive, and they have a tendency to think Pisces want all the attention about them, they kind of like want to pull away from you because they're fire signs and they're in this negative energy, and they can't help it because it's just something in the air. And you got to be mindful and pray of yourself with this person, because they have a tendency to be kind of like slip at the mouth, and then it hurts your feelings, because water signs are very sensitive, okay? And fire sign, if he's reversed, he kind of like tell you how it is, and he's going to pretty much make you feel like you don't want to be around him no more, okay? So be mindful of that energy. Some of you guys could be expecting some money or some little small change, but someone probably wants you to pay it right back. It's like, dang, I'm gonna give it back to you. So you could be with somebody who's very like, give your money back as soon as I pay it back. Or it could be you, Pisces, that's feeling like, when you borrow something from somebody wants you to give it right back. But I feel like somebody who you with, you may be with someone that's younger than you, earth sign. This earth sign could be somebody that's much younger than you, but this person here may be too mature and pretending they know how to grow up, but they kind of like in a snobbish mood for some reason. I don't know why, but somebody might. I feel like, as I said before, I would say I'll be talking in circles, so let me not talk in circles, okay? I feel like for some of your Pisces, you're going to be defending yourself and your family. I feel like you're going to be defending your marriage. Maybe rumors going around about what's going on with your wife, or what's going on with your husband, what's going on with their children. So I feel like some of you guys are going to be defending your life, marriage, why you got it, because of rumors. But this is like in the near future, maybe 2 weeks from now. But you gotta go. I feel like some of you Pisces are already going through this. Of course, I see on social media a lot of you guys go through this drama, but I feel like as a wave comes around to the next generation of Pisces that have experienced that. They have not experienced the drama roller coaster, okay? Because so it's like, ooh, the first wave hit this Pisces. Ooh, the second wave is hitting this group of Pisces. Ooh, the third wave is hitting these Pisces. So it's like either you guys going through this again because you left this person and went to another person, now you're experiencing another wave of rumors, or it is, like I said before, it could be this set of Pisces going through a wave of drama, of rumors, and the next crew of Pisces is going through it. So it's like if you're in your 20s, you just love it's la la la, and if you're in your late 20s, early 30s, and you're going through this wave of drama, of rumors, And then the next week is like the roller coaster wave comes up for the people that's in their 35s and 40s and late 40s that going through this wave of drama. So it's different age group. I feel like it's getting hit with these stages of drama and defending your person and feeling like you're single, feel like you gotta keep your mouth shut because you want to scroll. And some of you guys are finding that level partner, but I feel like you're closing off the reality of what's going on. I feel like some of you guys may block yourself from seeing the truth about this person, and when you do that, you're not going to see what you need to know, and that's going to kind of like cause you to have conflict because you're not going to hear the truth or know the truth about something because you're going to kind of block your intuitive from telling you the truth. So that's a good thing and a horrible thing for some of you Pisces. So let's get on with the love section, and then I'll get on with the finance section. I left because you risk our life with your desires. That's different flavors of wine. Okay, you only love me while I have money. Now that I am in prison for fraud, money laundering, and can't. Oh, and you won't put no money in my business. Okay. So in other words, it says you only love me while I have money. Now that I am in prison for fraud, money laundering, you cannot even pay me a visit or put any money in my books. Okay. So somebody is. Oh my goodness. This is not funny, but it's just like, where did this come from? Girl, I didn't know it was in here. So for some of you Pisces, you may be dealing with someone or someone is dealing with you where someone pretend that they wanted you but they don't want you for your money, or it could be that you left somebody after you realize they don't have any more money and it's like, I ain't gonna call him, I ain't gonna go to the business, because some of you Pisces could be very like scared to go to jail, go to the prison, because you be like, I don't even lock me up. Because the Pisces in my family, she had a husband, her boyfriend. It wasn't a husband, it was her baby's daddy. He was always in and out of jail, so she was like, oh no, I'm not gonna go up there and visit him. She would not go see him. She was so scared to go see him in prison. So I don't know if a lot of Pisces are like that. I think a lot of young ones are kind of bold, but child, please, my cousins, they didn't care what age group they was in. They was not gonna visit their baby daddies in no prison. So anyway, you abandoned our kids, and I love you as a mother for our children, but drugs came to rescue you instead of your feelings to fight for your kids and family. So in other words, Pisces, for some of you guys, it could be you abandoned your children and left the man who you was with and drugs got the best, or vice versa. It could be that the guy who you was with, he was on drugs really bad and he left you with the kids. And instead of him just fighting to be with the family, he left because drugs actually won the love for him or her. Or vice versa, Pisces, you deal with somebody who's on drugs and they left you with the kids and it's not going anywhere. So vice versa, because I know my auntie, she's a Pisces and she left her family for drugs and she was going away all her life. So, and sometimes they don't have to be drugs with some Pisces. Some Pisces just do it because they want to have fun in the streets. And some of them don't know they're on drugs. But I had a friend, she wasn't just my friend, she was a friend of other people who I was hanging around. She left for all her kids, the mama took care of, but she wasn't on drugs. She just went partying and sleep with everybody. I'll see with all the different people, man. But anyway, someone feels like you hurt their parents and took the remote. Okay, what the hell? My soul feels good and better when we are together. No other love or someone's sex is better than ours. I love you. So in other words, this person is saying that their soul feels good completely when they're with you versus anybody else. Their love making, their feelings, everything feels like magnet. It feels better when y'all together versus when you're apart. Nobody they have been with has ever made them feel the way that you have. So for some of you Pisces, someone may feel this way about you, or you feel this way when someone leaves you. Whether it's man or woman, just do it. You can what? Um, so somebody is upset because someone keeps putting their mother inside their business. So this person is saying, you can have me, you can marry me if you allow your mother to stay out of our business and let her have her own business instead of being in ours. So basically, this is energy where you feel like this person always telling their mama stuff, and if you're that type of person, they don't want to be with you. If your mother got to have the dictatorship of everything we're doing, then I don't want to be with you. You've been creeping, oh yeah, and oh, somebody's a content creator. Somebody is a content creator on social media, but they've been creeping and they ain't letting nobody know. So Pisces, either be you or somebody you know, but somebody's been creeping. Somebody's a content creator, but you got nobody else to know that you've been creeping. I feel. You went back to your ex-wife and kids. So somebody went back to their ex-wife and kids. You won the battle. You get the child support and alimony, and he becomes homeless. Dang, that's crazy. So some of you Pisces, if you're in a fight or battle with divorce, some of you guys will get the alimony and the children. Okay, vice versa. It could be that the other person is battling with you, so they maybe they want to cross watch and see whether or not they get the kids. But somebody gets the kids and alimony and the child support, and the other person becomes homeless. You took our kids away to your parents' home, and I still forgave you. Oh, okay. So in other words, someone said that I forgive you for taking your kids to your grandparents' house or to your parents' house. Um, I still loved you for it regardless, and but you still halted and left me, even though I stuck through you with all the bad stuff that you were doing to me. But somebody feels like, well, damn. Uh, yeah. So let's do the money part, Pisces. Hold up, let's do something else. I'm almost through and I hadn't done the other thing. I was like, why am I getting so through so early? And I know I was there forever with everybody else's video. Okay, Pisces, you having what you call them parties? I want to say mud parties where you guys out there practicing shooting up and you know what I'm saying? You know how you go out there with dirt bikes and big tires and stuff like that. So some of you guys may have a dirt party, mud party, what you call it. Some of you guys are turning up at the clubs and you guys are ready for the Saturday night, Friday night clubbing. Probably my cousin because she's always every weekend in the club, so she don't toss the baby to the side. Special gadget, as I said before, some of you guys definitely was suspecting stuff, looking at different details, but you probably had to meet somebody that's dining somewhere to find some information out about somebody, or this could be the job that you're actually have as a private investigator. Pisces, is this you? My goodness. Ooh, the Wild Wild West. Fighting big bears. Pisces, are you guys fighting a bear? A man? Pisces, what did you do to the bear? You heighten the bear's energy. The bear is about to attack you, Pisces. What is you doing to the bear, Pisces? Pisces, leave the man gonna bear alone, okay? You know not to pet the animals or try to feed them or try to out eat them. Try to get their fish. They don't play that. What's up, you Pisces? Uh, okay. So you guys love the takeout foods. Obsessed with takeouts. What is going on with this? Oh. Pisces, are you a pirate patch? Is it what you call a thing? Is pirate somebody when you go on people's porch and take people's stuff? Pisces maybe going to court, maybe crying, female. What really helps. Is you in a play or something, Pisces? Some of you guys may be in a play in a college or something. You could be a professional college, a teacher at a college or something like that. But usually when I see this, I feel like there's a reason for this coming out. So it could be some kind of drama going on. I hate to read it in negative aspects, but when I sit there and say college, what's that got anything to do with anything? When I'm asking information about Pisces, so it could be some kind of going on. But it's always, well, I guess when you pull cards out, it's always like a warning or something that somebody needs to be aware of. So construction site, beware of your construction site, your whereabouts. Beware when you go to the store, McDonald's, Burger King. And if you do like career builders, plus somebody who does a content creator who does career building, feel like something's going on with that person too. So I hate to read it in negative aspects, but because I always see this stuff comes out and I read it in a positive aspect. Oh, you going to McDonald's? Oh, you go to Burger King? Come to find out you're going to Burger King and McDonald's is a big drama going on. You're gonna be fussing and fight with somebody. And I'm seeing that concrete and I'm like, oh, that's so sweet. And come to find out, it's not so sweet. Somebody at the concrete place and you watch your back, watch what you're doing. It's not necessarily watch your back. It's watch above your head and watch your surroundings because it could be something that falls and it's not a good thing. So maybe you're getting challenged at work because you're a female and someone may feel like, oh, you can't do this, you can't do this. So sometimes people put obstacles in your way when you're female trying to do something that people feel like this man thing. Also, like I said, when I see these dirt bikes and all this stuff going on, this is partying. And usually when things are partying, people are partying, it's always some kind of drama going on. So even though I may feel like, oh, that's cute, and I realize that when I'm doing readings, that is not always so cute. But like I'm sorry, like someone maybe in Africa going from America going to Africa, but it may not be such a sweet trip because I see the sweet trip. It may be something that you need to be aware of your surroundings when you go. Make sure you pray for yourself because it may be some out of control beast or animal. Just like I see the bear attracting somebody who's up in the mountains somewhere. So got to be careful of your surroundings because most times when we read stuff, it's not to put sugar on stuff and to make it look beautiful for you and say, oh my gosh, it's beautiful, you're on vacation. And most of the time it's not just a beautiful thing on vacation, it's a warning of why this is being presented. It's because you need to be cautious of your surroundings. Because this picture right here looks beautiful, but at the same time, it's like, yeah, it looks cute here, but wait until it actually hit the fan, So there's a lot of things I see that I can't speak in within an hour or less because it takes me time to upload it. And then turn around upload it twice. I have to upload it from here and then upload it to YouTube. So the longer it is, the longer it takes for it to unwind. So yeah, and basketball, Eagles, somebody dealing with something basketball. So there's an energy where I feel like something is not as nice and sweet as it may appear to me, because I try to read things in a positive light, but not always things that are positive. So something dealing with colleges and stuff. So that's probably a focus that people need to focus on, maybe now and between now and Monday. Winery, and so I keep getting winery, so something's dealing with winery. Somebody's probably open a winery, but it could be an emphasis on wine that needs to be probably paid. Somebody probably taking the money, or they're not telling the books on this property. Something is being hidden with winery. I want to say Chinese, Asian people, because I always get this card, but you know what, I hadn't really seen it in the news because I really don't watch Chinese news, but something in the attic or something stuck in the basement, so I feel like somebody's having a hard time trying to get into the upper attic. Because maybe there's something in the attic that you guys need to see or pay attention to, other than it's got the old stuff of yours. Pisces. What else is? I need a man with money. He needs to have money. Of course, everybody needs somebody with some money, right? According to the laws of money. Some of you guys may make it a video or shoot. Somebody's working on a master plan. But I also feel like this master plan, you probably feel like you gotta lay low, but you're still behind the scenes trying to work on some kind of, Yeah. Some of you guys out. This come out again, but be cautious of some of you guys may be eating those hot chips and maybe it's not the right moment. And some of you guys may be having a fever for the flavor, like you just constantly want to eat chips for some reason. Um, mhm. You may have grandkids or children that make little funny faces. Some of you guys are celebrate someone's birthday, um, or waiting or planning for your birthday coming up. Because hey, March is around the corner, y'all. We got 2 months for March, so I feel like some of you guys can't wait to celebrate your birthday. Um, Supermarket, storage room. Somebody probably runs storage room, spying on storage room. I know for us, it feels like somebody thinks we got something in storage room, so I feel like that energy is heightened because when we went to the other storage room, um the police was sitting outside one, and then the next one came back. Uh, the police was sitting out the other, so I feel like they probably feel like we got hiding something in the storage room. I'm like, what do you think we hiding in the storage room besides our stuff? And I get it, people do storage room stuff all the time, and I feel like sometimes people look at me and they feel like it's a warning sign to be aware of people doing storage room, and sometimes it is. People are probably putting little things in storage room they don't have to put in there, but we're not, at least not me. We never did. We just didn't have places that were big enough for all the stuff we have, you know. But at the same time, I get it. I get it's just suspicious. But usually when you're suspicious with the wrong people, you kind of overthink things. That's the only thing I don't like about people is when they're suspicious of you, they kind of overdo their job when they're thinking that you're doing something better than doing. And some people feel like you're too good to be true, and sometimes they just, like I said, they do a Jesus move where they're overthinking something. Special fire signs, because fire signs have a tendency, special Aries have a tendency to overthink stuff, and because they're not using like actually common sense or spiritual word of understanding, they're using their eyes and their past experiences. Yeah, I know. I bet you that's sudden. I bet you they're moving. They think it's slick. You think you're gonna get away. You think we don't know. And I'm looking at myself like, oh my gee whiz, calm down, because it's a real place. Okay, you don't want to go there because you overthink something. Okay, don't let your whole family get cursed because you sitting there or moving too fast. Okay, just be cautious. Take your time. It's gonna be all right. So I hope it does, because I tell you, the madness. And it don't look so bad. I got the madness and the person dressed up as a detective. Just can't make up some things. You want them. Okay, Pisces, you be given extended time to pay your rent. I miss you so much, y'all. God, to walk down along highways to go somewhere, to go in love. Some of you Pisces, you be getting the $65 you asked for. Your landlord is okay with receiving half of the rent for last month's rent and will work with you for this month's rent. For some of you Pisces, you have $1.5 billion in the banking accounts. I'm not saying all Pisces will get this. I'm just saying for those of you who knows that this is a value that you're walking around, unless you're playing some serious lotto. This doesn't represent all the Pisces, and you may say, oh, I don't like you. You just don't know how to do it. Yeah, I do. Because if you don't get it, guess what you're going to do? You're going to come back, girl, you lie. Why you lie so much? You just lie for no reason. You know, that no way. You just be doing stuff to get people. That's why nobody don't trust y'all. Because all y'all do is just lie. You just lie because you want to hear and lie. You want to manipulate the truth. You want somebody to make it happen for you, okay? You want somebody to be a genie in the bottle, okay? And then when somebody's a genie in the bottle, you get upset because then you didn't know how to budget that money. You OD on something. You drunk too much egg. And then somebody come in and just took something from you and they don't took your whole bank account. Some people will wipe out your bank account. You want to see some stuff that we see. I can't speak on here, okay? Some people will wipe you out when they know you got a lot of money in the bank account, okay? People will watch you from toe to toe, like I feel like I'm being watched now, toe to toe. You can't hardly breathe, you can't hardly think. It's a good thing that they watch me because then I know that bad karma comes to them. But it's also a bad thing. You know what I'm saying? bad things because I'm trying to save you. And you think I'm not trying to save you. You think you're just perfect and amazing. Because the Bible tells you, don't keep account of people. You know? But they do it anyway because they want to make sure people pay the price for things that they're doing. Trust me, if I was selling drugs, if I was kidnapping people, if I was doing all kinds of things, I promise you the gods will get me before you get me. Okay, it will be their pleasure. I promise you. There's been so many things that happen that you be like, dang, I'm human. Don't do that to me. Yeah. It'll get me before you get me because he sees beyond sins and he knows my little steps and then he's like, okay, go ahead, try it. I want you to. I'll be more than happy for the police officer to get me. Trust me. I'll be more than happy for you to just to do whatever versus what can be done. Okay. I don't think you understand the magnitude. Y'all play around with something. You think that, oh, wait, God knows this God in. You don't believe that. Until you F around and find out, like, I know you lying. Our mom and dad did not have me. Okay. Some of you guys may be wondering, why are bad people so drawn to me? I don't know. For some of you guys, you'll be getting $50. See, some people get $50. Not everybody's getting that 1.5 million. Some people getting it because of the position or the job, the creation, or the deals that you're making. That you know for a fact this is a deal that you want to get, or this is something that is your status. Some people are being it. So some of these things are going to read people in their level of status, not all of it. But this is something that comes out because it's basically a heightened energy that this is something somebody is counting on. So it's in the energy way of what people are asking these questions. Okay, so that's in love. What in the world? I'm trying to sort out some stuff. Okay. You will get to $100 million for some of you guys. That's for some. You will get to $155. You know that's what you're making on a job. That's what somebody owe you. You will be getting $200 million. You will be getting $200. Okay. You will be getting $45. Your landlord switched accounts, released energy to your name, and now he has to redo the eviction notice. You'll gamble away all of your gold and jewelry. So somebody gambled with all the gold and jewelry. So yeah, that come out again. So there's different things that could come out. Pisces, that has been your money value. I think I'm gonna do something different because I don't like where that came out. I wanted to have a little more information, but maybe next time because I don't want the video so long that I have to upload it. So I will try to do it in a short version, but it took so long to do it. So, but anyway, till next time, Pisces, I'm gonna give Gezz. I gotta give, and then next time, hopefully, I always say that I still don't get it together. What is this? What is this? Okay. Pisces, like, comment, subscribe to the channel, and I hope I see you guys in the next clip. I hope you guys like, comment, subscribe to the channel. That's supporting the channel. You like, comment, and subscribe. If you guys need a personal reading, you can email me down below, and I can give you a list of Pisces. If not, then just like, support the channel if you want to. If you don't, then this is up to you. You can follow me on Facebook if you like, and definitely you can see a picture of me. And hey, until next time, Pisces. I hope you guys have a blessed day and be a blessing to other people as well. For those of you who believe in God. If you don't believe in God, then hey, I'm not trying to force you to do anything. You have free will to do what you want to do. And believe what you want to believe, see what you want to see. It's up to you at the end of the day, okay? So some of you guys are having a hard time finding a place to stay. I pray that you're blessed to get a place to stay. Transportation means to get around to places that you're able to get those things that you have desire. Because you're being blessed to somebody else and because you do the right thing, okay? That's how I'm gonna send that prayer out. And I send out like that because I don't want people who's being evil and nasty to constantly be conquering and treat people all kind of way. Because people get tired of that. You don't know how to control your ego and you just feel like I'm that. Send it back onto you, let your works evil be onto you. And so therefore you constantly have to rebuild yourself out of the ego because you don't land it flat. So get out of that if any of you guys are serving in that place so that you can stay humble People say, oh no, I ain't got time to be humble. Well, I'm talking about humbleness and treat people nasty. I'm not ever talking about humbleness of saying I want to constantly keep working and do this kind of job. I mean humble in your personality, how you treat people. Because a lot of people get money and they can elevate to the moon. They can have billions and trillions of dollars in the bank and feel like this is my money, this is my da da da. You have to learn how to be like Job, because Job also was fortunate to have money by the pound and have what he had, but he also gave to people. So he also was considered people. He was a man that God seen and was all good. You know, you have to be Cain, and you have to be Abe and Job, someone who God's found favor in his people. You know, he found favor in all the other people, but these two were the most important people, because Abe was the one who felt like God deserved the precious thing. God was this, and he had a good heart, you know. And when you don't have that kind of good heart, it's all about me, 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 me. I'm first. I'm just like, I get it. That's what, at the end of the day, and somebody says you guys have a good heart to those people. Sometimes you will do the most. Sometimes you're worse than Libras. You know, you really go back, especially if you eat last when your husband needs to eat, or you eat last when your wife needs to eat. So sometimes you guys have a really good heart when you get to know them. So you guys are very much like, sometimes are magnificent. You're the pillar of the palm that are better. I feel like between you and Libra, Pisces, you're like the best zodiac signs on the planet, and then you're like the worst. And you know, if you're the best, you got to be the worst too, right? I feel like, as I said before, the energy of doubt, the energy of insecurity, it gets the best of some of your Pisces, and I feel like that kind of like gives you bad luck in return, because some of your Pisces are you're visionary people. You're people who can dream things and make it happen, but within reason. And when I say within reason, let things grow like it's supposed to. A flower, if you put a seed of a rose in the ground, it don't grow overnight. It takes time for that rose to take its stages of growth, and that's how life has to be for us. For us as humans, it take our stages of growth, and it doesn't just spur up overnight. And sometimes your Pisces get anxious, and sometimes you can be insecure with your person who you with. As I said before, you're a lot of you spying and making sure the person's where they're at, and feeling like you secure when you around other people. When you other people in their faces, you talk about your mate like they're the best person, but in reality, if they come home 5 or 2 minutes late, you over the top of thinking, you ready to cheat, you ready to go out there and spoil the world, because you feel like you ain't gonna make me feel like a fool. You can make me feel like I'm lost, or you fear of being by yourself. I grew up with that. I grew in the house with it. I grew around my cousins and friends, and I used to be like, what's wrong with y'all? Girl, he out there cheating. You been on what? That's up with 3 people. And then he comes home late because he was at work. And then you call the job, they was like, yeah, we had to keep him over, da 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 da. They ain't coming for him. They ain't lying because you're guilty now, because you don't did so much, you know. So I know something about how some of your Pisces can be, because it's still in my family, as well as really grace. But sometimes you got to get your feelings out your feelings and be like humble in that, you know. There's always a humbleness in that. And a lot of people take the word humbleness, and people say, I can't stand when people talk about humbleness. I hate it when people talk about humbleness, because it all depends on how you handle your position of everything that you do. Because people get tired of rich man saying like he afraid to give to you because he feel like God ain't no blessing. God will take you all the way up the ladder, and he will take around and take everything from you just to see how you're going to act like he did Job. He did the same thing to Job. But he also turned around and blessed Job with all the stuff that Job wanted in return, or had in return. So sometimes you got to understand, just because God took everything away from you, he can also give it all back to you, because he's only testing you to see how you will respond, how you will act when he took it all away from you. Because sometimes you feel like, oh shoot, if I give it all away, I ain't gonna have nothing. That's not true. You living and breathing, and you believe in God, and you serve God, he's gonna eventually give you right back what you had. It's calm, honey. It's calm. You know. Anyway, until next time, Pisces, I don't want to keep dragging you along. I just didn't want to make your video shorter than everybody else's video, because I kind of like got everybody always something. Yours was less than that, and I was like, gosh, can I find anything else? I'm looking around, I'm trying to search for stuff. But until next time, Pisces, I always say I'm gonna get something. It's something I feel like I'm missing in your readings, but I'll find it later, because some things I can't say on here anyway, because sometimes Pisces, you just scare me with your readings, because some of y'all been on done some things I can't speak.